All right.
Uh,
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of. No, let's do that again.
Okay.
That felt so rehearsed. All right. So, hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Project Random. I'm your co host, Mala, and I've got Ruki on the other side. So, do you want to tell everyone what we're going to talk about today?
Yeah, sure. So today we're going to talk about uh, the top five TV series. We're going to rank it from number five all the way to the top number one. So I've made my list of my top five TV series that I would recommend someone to watch. And Mala on the other side, he has worked out a list as well.
Yeah.
So I hope
So,
at least there's one in common somewhere. I
I
don't know. I
hope.
just
I hope. I
yeah,
think. I
I
think
just
there's
want
definitely going to be one in common. I think we both
yes.
know which one that is. But there's two over here. I don't think you've heard, and it could be very different.
Mhm.
And obviously the same goes with your list. So really,
Yeah.
really excited to listen to what you have. So
Okay.
all right. Do you wanna go
All
with
right.
your fifth?
Okay. So number five. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's do number five. What's your number five list?
Okay. So I've got Game of Thrones number five.
Game of Thrones made it. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So that
So
that made it to number five. Couple of reasons.
uh,
Now, for me, the best TV series or a TV series I would recommend would be something that I could watch over and over and over again. So
mm,
something that I would never get bored. Okay.
mm,
So Game of Thrones, yes, the production quality was so high, the story was so big. The stories, there were so many individual stories convoluting.
mm,
And the whole structure and setup was very complex. It was
yeah.
obviously a fantasy world, which I loved. So yeah, because I've got four more that I really love. In the sense I could watch them again and again. And Game of Thrones,
Mhm.
honestly, I can't watch it again. So I watched it once,
Yes.
and each episode I've only watched once. It's not
Uh-huh.
something I would watch again and again, but highly recommend to anyone who loves a high quality fantasy world production.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what do you think about Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Game of Thrones is was almost on my top five, but it isn't. It almost
Damn.
it almost made it out of the cut because it is really good. It's a really good story, and it's something different to what I usually watch. Because it's totally about fantasies and imaginations and dragons and
It's a medieval story, right? Like
kingdoms.
it's
Yeah,
correct. Correct.
medieval, and the filmography, the videography was like so top notch. Like they
Top
actually
notch.
made it look really realistic. It was really
Mm.
good. So the story was really good. It has about eight seasons,
I think 8 seasons, yeah. And
eight
and
seasons,
one thing that
and
make it very difficult to rewatch is because each episode is over 1 hour long or close to 1 hour.
one,
Close to 1 hour.
yeah, true,
So
yeah,
that makes it really difficult with this day and age
yes,
to rewatch 80 hours of. I
yeah,
think each season's got like 8 episodes or 10 episodes. So
mm-hmm,
it's very difficult to rewatch it again. But I do have one day to get the 4K Ultra HD version of Game of Thrones and hopefully
mm-hmm,
rewatch it once and for all, like just one more time.
yeah.
Because I
And
really want to watch it remastered.
did you know that they released the trailer for the prequel of Game of Thrones?
Yes, yes. It's called
Yes,
the House of no, House of something. I
drag
don't know. I can't remember.
dragons. Yeah,
No, no. It's the Dragon Clan, but it's
yeah,
Targaryens, right?
yeah. The Targaryen part, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Amazing.
so it's a really good show. I would recommend you to watch it. But for me, it wasn't in the top five because I can't watch it again because and it was really hyped up at that time. So
Mm.
everyone was watching it. And like when I started watching you in season 5 I think at that time, and you recommended
Yeah.
me to watch, and after every season I'm like, bro, what happened after that? Like I used to
Yeah,
come to you and I'm like, yeah,
we had to keep the Game of Thrones conversations on the
yeah,
low because there were a lot of people, like a lot of friends who haven't caught up with the
yeah.
latest. So
Hmm.
whenever there's a big twist, we had to keep it away from you guys.
Yeah, true. And another thing is, I would recommend the people who are gonna start Game of Thrones to watch at least first 3 episodes for you to get into it, because if you just watch the first episode, you wouldn't like. Sometimes you might not like it, but
I
if
agree.
you watch it till the end of season one,
Ooh,
you are hooked. After that, you can't go out
that's
of it.
it.
You are
Because it
you're
starts
hooked for
slow.
sure.
It
Yeah,
starts
it
slow,
starts
but
very
you
slow.
are hooked.
Yes, because it's a huge kingdom and different clan and everything, so they have to cover up all the stories. So the first season is basically like a build up towards it, but then once season one goes away, it becomes really serious and
Yeah,
fast going. Yeah.
agree, agree. All right.
All right. So my top five list is Suits is mine in number five.
Wow.
Yes,
Suits.
because yeah, so Suits is about, definitely it's a law TV series. So it's about Mike Ross. It's a guy who didn't go to Harvard, but he's a really good genius who knows about law in and out. So
Mm, mm, mm.
so he tries to get into this law firm and tries to uh, win cases and the battles they go through with the firm and everything. So I really like that because there's a character called Harvey Specter. He's like the definition of gentleman, like the way he dresses, the way he drinks, the way he sets up his office room with like all these record players and basketball collections, and the way he talks, treats women, and it's
Just the
next level. So
way it's just his confidence, right? That
confidence,
that
yes,
attracts you.
yeah,
Like he walks
yeah,
into a room and he owns that fucking room.
yeah,
Everybody
true,
knows that everybody knows who he is when he walks into a room. So he kind of owns the room when he walks in. So it's just that
exactly.
his um his stature, the way he carries himself, the confidence, the
Mm,
self-esteem, and that $500 haircut and the $2,000 suit. Um, I watched Suits.
yeah,
I didn't complete it. I watched I think 3 seasons.
yeah,
Angelo, he's the one who
yeah,
recommended it to me. The
true,
first
same.
episode, the pilot episode, was really good. It got me
Mm-hmm,
hooked because this guy is obviously someone who takes the bar exam for other people, but he hasn't, gone to law school, but he knows pretty much
mm-hmm,
everything about the law. So
yeah,
yeah, it's a very interesting story, and obviously it's got the beautiful Megan. What's her name?
Markle,
Megan Markle. Yep.
Meghan Markle, yeah,
Yeah, I think she's
yeah.
Megan someone else now, right? Or did she change her name? Don't know. Don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know much about the royal family,
Yeah.
but very good TV series. Number
All right.
five. Wow. Okay.
All right. Number four. All right. What's your number four?
Okay. So this is something you might not have heard, but
Mm-hmm.
it's really famous. It's called Dark. Okay.
Dark. Okay.
Yep. So this is a German TV series on Netflix.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So if you like mind-bending TV series with a lot of twists,
Mm-hmm.
this is something I highly recommend. So it's
Hmm.
about a kid who goes missing in a small
Mm-hmm.
town in Germany. That's how it starts. First couple of episodes, sort of like lets you the path that it's going to be about monsters and a cave, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not. There's 3 seasons. I think it's complete. I don't think they're going to make any more because the story kind of
Okay.
ended. But it's amazing. It's about you learn about it's also about time travel or like parallel
Mm-hmm.
universes, um but it's fucking amazing. It's amazing. It's
Really?
got a really, really good, uh, storyline. Well written, well directed. The cinematography is amazing. I love the
Mm.
tones of the colors. I love the tones they've sort of like used. And yeah, you haven't heard about this story, like
No,
the
I
TV
haven't
series?
heard of this dark. No.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's really really
Yeah.
good. It's around, I think, 8.8, I want to say, on IMDb. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really really high
Wow.
up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
And one of the best. It will be very intoxicating once you start. You want to complete the whole, three
Oh yeah.
seasons. It's only got, I think, 10 episodes per season, so it's like 30 episodes. Yeah, highly recommended to anyone. And that's number 4. You should watch it
Okay.
too.
All right. I will for sure. Okay. My number four is, I don't know whether you have watched this. It's called Good Doctor. Have you seen The Good Doctor?
No, no.
Oh, okay. So it's
Okay.
about, so it's all, so like it's like Suits, but it's this all happens in a hospital. And so there's this guy, Sean Murphy. So he's a doctor. So he goes there to do his internship to become a surgeon. So he has autism. So so with autism, you have these different talents where you're like really intelligent and you
Oh.
can remember everything from the medical book, everything, but he lacks social skills, like how
Wow.
to talk to people and everything, and he wants everything to be arranged in his way and nothing to
Ah,
be
okay, I
disturbed
understand. He's got like
and things like
what do
that.
you call ADHD, or like
Yeah,
everyone wants
ADHD, something like
ADHD.
ADHD as well. Yeah.
Mm.
So the story about, it happens in the hospital, and there's new cases comes in every time, and there's a whole team, and the cast is really good. So they all work together and they try to solve cases of the medicine, the patient, and everything. They come
Mm-hmm.
up with different solutions, and it's real intense. And there's about 4 seasons now.
Okay.
They just released the season 4, and it's been really good.
What's the
And
platform it's on?
it's in Amazon Prime.
Okay,
Um, you can watch it there, and
I should give it a shot then.
yeah, it's really nice, and it's about and how he falls in love with the person as well, and how he handles the changes he had to make and how he changes by the end. And there's
Mm.
also storylines of other characters and how they go through about
Mm.
racism and uh, how they feel about dealing with people dying and patients dying and how you cope up with all of those stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, it's really interesting. You will, once you watch about first 2 episodes, you'll be hooked.
Okay. So it's
it's a
called the
it's a
Good
it's
God,
a really good one.
the Good
Yeah.
Doctor.
Good Doctor. Yeah, so he's
Okay.
the guy, the Sean Murphy's the guy who played as a kid in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, the
Ah,
the
I
old
remember the
version.
kid.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Wow, that was long time back.
Yeah, and his acting is so epic. Like he acts
Really.
as if he's autistic, and it's next level. He's like really good in that
Okay.
acting. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think you're the second person who recommended Good Doctor. I think Angelo, another friend of ours,
yeah.
I
I
think he
recommended Good Doctor to Angelo as well.
Oh,
He
okay.
started that, and then he was
So
hooked.
it went
Yeah,
one full circle then. Okay, okay, okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
So it's interesting how both are number 4. Neither
uh-huh.
of us have watched it, right? Or even heard it.
Yes,
Okay.
I heard it. Okay,
Okay.
number three. What's your number three?
Now this number 3, I'm pretty sure you haven't heard again, because
Okay.
it's in a different language. Okay.
Oh,
Now,
okay,
yep. So this number 3 is called The Family Man.
okay.
Okay. It's a Hindi TV series, and
Oh, okay.
it's on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is fucking epic.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
Mainly because it's the main actor is Manoj Pai, who's a really authentic method actor. in India.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of my favorites from the Hindi cinema. He's done some
Mm-hmm.
amazing fucking movies. But this TV
Mm-hmm.
series is about this regular guy
Mm-hmm.
who has a regular family, who goes through
Okay.
all the regular shit everyone goes through in a family,
Uh-huh.
who drives a very mediocre car, but is a intelligent officer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he works in a Indian intelligence office, and obviously they try to track down terrorist attacks and try to run covert operations. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
he's a regular common man, so he just wears a
Mm.
shirt and a pant and go to work.
Okay.
But what he does, so he's got like these two lives where he has this
Mm-hmm.
family life, and he has this life where he's like a he's not a spy, but he does all these intelligent operations where he has to
Mm.
um, track down terrorist attacks in India. And
Okay. Cool.
yeah, it's superb. And
Mm.
there's so much comedy involved in that TV series where you would
Mm-hmm.
like fucking laugh for days, because like there would be like such a serious tense situation where they have a hostage situation, or there would be like some sort of a standoff between the good guys and the bad guys,
Mm-hmm.
and he would say something so serious, but it's
Mm-hmm.
so fucking funny.
Really?
And
Damn.
it's amazing. So nicely written. The acting is top class. And the story is so well done.
Mm-hmm.
And the production quality is really really high as well. And one interesting thing, season 2 is about Tamil Tigers,
Oh,
Sri
really?
Lankan
Ah.
LTT. Okay. And one of the main Tamil Tigers, like soldiers from the LTTE, is
Mm-hmm.
portrayed by what's her name? One of the Tamil actresses. I think her
Oh, okay.
name. I want to say. I can't remember her name. Damn, I forgot her name. But you know her. You know her. Like
Mm.
she's the girl, I think, who uh um who was in that video Selfie Puller by Vijay. What's her name?
Samantha.
Samantha. Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. So
Yeah.
she's the actress, and it's amazing because it's all like really authentic the way they've shot it. And
Okay.
Samantha portraying a LTTE soldier.
Mm-hmm.
She's undergone so much real life martial arts training, and you can actually
Mm-hmm.
see that in the TV series.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, it's amazing. It's a really
Mm.
nice story. The way I rank it, like the reason I ranked it at number three is because I can rewatch it again,
Uh-huh.
um, and it's so close to real life,
Yeah.
because this guy, this hero, is portrayed as such a common person who goes through the same shit everyone else goes through in life,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So that's so good. He's got two kids, and he's got a wife, so he has to juggle everything in his
Mm-hmm.
personal life as well as work. So
Okay.
yeah, you should watch that. And everyone
All right.
everyone who's listening should definitely give it a shot.
Okay.
What's
So
yours?
my number three is Friends.
Ooh. Yes, a classic.
Yes.
And
Classic Friends.
Friends is not even in my top five. It
Yeah, I
never
was
made it.
thinking whether should it be or not, but then it's like Friends is like my, so it's like, how do I say it? So Friends is something that I'm too attached to. Like I can watch it any time of the day, when I'm eating, when I'm sleeping, when I'm sick or sad or whatever it is. I can just watch any episode randomly and I can be really happy.
Yeah.
It'll cheer me up. So it's a really good TV series to watch. It's an old one, 1993.
Yeah, I think they started in 1993, ended
Yeah,
2004, I think.
yeah, and it's about five friends who have fun, and like just get into relationships, and it's a lot of comedy. It's a lot of sarcastic comedies, and
Yep.
uh,
It's amazing.
yeah, I mean,
It's you. I mean, it's yeah. It's if you have friends, obviously, if you're very close to friends, you will relate to at least one character.
yes,
I'm pretty sure
yes,
everyone's pretty much watched Friends. Anyone who's had internet connection after
mm,
2005 or 2003, who's got a ADSL connection, like how we like when I grew up, I got ADSL like way later in life, and
mm,
we started downloading all these TV series, and got sort of like exposed or introduced to cinema, like the Hollywood movies, the TV
yeah,
series and TV shows that are available. And Friends is one of the first TV shows I ever watched, along
mm,
with I think House MD. But
yeah.
yes, Friends is a very
Friends
very
was my first TV series as well that I started, and it was epic. And I watched the whole season about 10 times now.
Yep. And
The
it's
whole Friends.
literally 10 times. Like it's not a number. We just throw
Mm,
it out there. I think everyone, I
yeah,
think you and I, we watch it so many times. I mean, even Bhavani, we watch it so many times. She's
yes.
watched it, about 20 times. We already know the dialogues.
Yes,
Um,
I watched it in just pure audio as well once. Like while
wow.
sometimes when I was working from home and stuff, I'll be doing some drawings and I just put the headphones on and I just let it play. And I can just imagine the scene to scene just by
Yeah.
listening to the audio. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a very comforting TV series. You feel very
yeah,
safe, and if you want to just sit down and not stress about anything, you can just play. You can just
yeah.
click
And
play
there's no
and
cliffhangers
watch.
or anything like that. You can stop anytime you want, and you can just watch one episode and just move on.
Yeah.
So that's the best part of it. So yeah.
Yep, I agree. It's not in my top five, but it's definitely a good TV series.
Yeah. Okay. So number two. What's your
Number
number
two,
two?
I've got Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking Bad was almost on my list, but I took it out. Yeah.
Come on,
Okay.
if it doesn't make your top five list, bruh, something's wrong with your list.
No, no. Breaking Five was almost there, but then I thought it's a bit old now, so I was like,
Oh,
okay.
but
Yeah.
yeah, Breaking Bad was a classic, and it's just the story and the way it's
Mm,
written. I mean, it's just um yeah, I think I don't even have to. I think everyone's pretty much heard about Breaking Bad. It's about this regular school teacher who goes rogue and starts cooking meth. Uh, it's it's really amazing again because it's a everyday person, a common man
mm-hmm.
who happens to be in this particular situation where he has to do
Yeah.
this to survive, and he sort of kind of gets addicted to that kind of life, the thug life.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's there's nothing fancy about it. He doesn't fly, or he doesn't have anything fancy about, like, he doesn't even look fancy. He's a very
Mm-hmm.
regular Joe. That's what I love
Yeah.
about it, because it's so realistic. It could
Mm-hmm.
happen to anyone, and it could be the guy you meet in the building next time and say hello, but he could be cooking meth, because you never know
Yeah. You
what
never know.
goes
Yeah.
what goes on
True.
in
Mm-hmm.
their lives. So Breaking Bad, it's number two, because it's amazing. It's just the
Mm.
way the story is told, the story is portrayed. Really good twists as well. The
Yeah.
only thing I would say I don't like is it's got too many episodes, and I
Mm-hmm.
can't rewatch it again. So it's not a TV series I would rewatch again.
Yeah.
But it's
True. That's
definitely
true.
number two, because of the story, and
Yeah.
I mean, amazing, near perfect acting.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All
So
right. What's yours?
my
What's
number
your number two?
my number two is The Office.
Oh, number two. The
Yes.
Office. Now I can't wait for number one. Um, wow, Office.
So The Office,
Okay.
uh, Office is actually it's something similar like Friends, but it's a comedy TV series. So it's about a group of people who are staying in the office, and they have they
Yeah, they
just
work,
have their
work for a
shenanigans. And
yeah, they work for a paper
yeah,
company,
yeah,
and
it's a paper company.
they have
Yeah,
their manager and the sales staff, the accountant team, the HR team, the your
mm,
every like your basic office structure, and
yeah,
how the staff has their individual, the staff has individual characters,
true.
and how they get along, and
Yeah,
obviously Michael Scott, played by Steve
he's the
Carell.
best. His acting is the one which like got me hooked into it. And when it comes to like funny, I literally benchmark Steve Carell in that one because he's really really good in that one. And there's like Jim and Pam, the
Office
the other
Romance.
cast, and they're really good as well. And the
Office is
storyline is
extremely good, extremely good.
which one?
The Office.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, The
so there's two
Office.
versions of The Office, the
Oh
UK
yeah.
and the US. So UK was obviously created by Ricky Gervais, and
Mm,
he's a genius. So he helped to create the US version.
mm,
The first Pretty much the first 6 episodes of season one was like for like, and then
mm,
season two obviously was different, and they made it a bit unique, just to USA.
yeah.
But yeah, both versions pretty good. You UK's only got 2 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons maybe, but
Hmm.
not many episodes. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's amazing. it's
Yeah, it's a
it's
something, and you can relate a lot to your life from that series, because if you are going to work, and you can relate to that a lot, like the comedy things you do, the pranks you have with your friends, the boss, how your boss is and how the boss treats you, your crush in the office, and all of those kind of things.
yeah.
It's so epic, and it works out really well. So it's definitely, and it's 20-minute shows, so you can watch it, and it's not like a cliffhanger as well. So I would definitely recommend who hasn't watched The Office to give it a try.
Yeah, it's also the way it's shot, right? It's
Mm,
more of a documentary take. It's not
mm-hmm.
your it's not just like a normal sitcom that's shot the way like Friends or How I Met Your Mother, or
True.
Big Bang Theory
Mm,
is shot. It's more of a documentary style. So the camera shots, or the way it's shot, may seem like it's very candid, that they're just working in an office and then someone's
yeah,
recording you. So it's just that they go about with their day-to-day life, and then
yeah.
obviously the manager is the main character who makes it really fucking fun, because everything is
Yeah,
about him, and that
yeah,
character is so polarizing. um
yeah.
I mean, did you know a fun fact about Michael Scott's character? Did you know the lawyer Saul in Breaking Bad? Do you
Oh yeah,
remember? He was
yeah.
supposed to he auditioned for Michael Scott's character.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, I heard about
that's
that.
amazing.
He's in
Yeah,
The Office as well. Have you seen him in The Office?
just one episode, just one
One
episode.
episode he comes and plays guitar and things like that. Yeah,
He acts exactly like the Michael Scott character.
yeah, true,
Yeah,
true.
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like now I think no one can replace his, like that was a perfect casting and he nailed it there.
Perfect, perfect. And
Mm,
I can talk about again Office. Well, my number one is Office, right?
okay.
So yeah, so now my number one is Office. It's very close to me. I watched it again, like
Yeah,
Friends. I watched it more than 10 times. I watch it every day during lunch. That's what I watch.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, I can't get enough of Michael Scott and that character. It will always live with
Mm,
me forever, and I will always recommend, even after 10 years I'll recommend it to someone.
yeah, true.
And I'm really glad Netflix Australia adopted it and put it into the library,
Yeah.
because they didn't have it before.
Mm,
So yeah, Office is my number one. And
mm,
anyone who hasn't watched The Office, you're missing out on so much comedy,
Mm,
and yeah, I don't want to give away too much when it comes to episodes and things.
exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, it's something you should start watching right now.
Mm. All right. So
That leads
so you
you
already
with
told me your number one. So back again to my number one again then.
drum.
So my
Okay.
number one is The Last Ship. Have you seen that one? The Last Ship?
Oh, no, but I think wait. Last ship. I think that's where there's a sort of like a I don't know, something happens to the world and everyone's being shipped off. Right? Is that the one?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
So it's something like COVID. So this happened. This was shot in 2018, and it's
Okay.
exactly like how COVID would react, and it
Oh.
was like so surprising how they shot it. Like it was so good. So it's mostly like military and navy kind of film, action packed TV series. So the whole story is basically so a scientist goes on a military, like a proper big military navy ship with a full of navies to Antarctica to do some research. So they go. So this is in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling it to anyone. So
Right.
they go on com. So that means they can't communicate with anyone around the world or any ships or anything as a training mission.
Mm-hmm.
So after 6 months' time, after they finish their mission, they go online and then they call back to the US military. Everything is switched off. People are dead. President is dead. Prime Minister is dead, and
Wow.
someone from the bunker is talking because some virus has come and it has spread through breathing, and
Oh
people are dying
wow.
around the world.
Very similar to what we're
And
going through.
it's very similar, but it's just you'll die within like 2 to 3 days, and it's not like COVID where you will survive, you will die straight away.
Hmm.
So so the
There's no
thing is, so
Pfizer, there's no
this
Madonna.
yeah, so this boat, so this ship has to try. So the scientist has the first patient who had the COVID, not the COVID, this virus.
Oh, okay. Patient
She
zero.
had a sample of that when this started. She went and took a sample of that,
Okay.
and she went. But that day, that time, they didn't realize that this would become that worse.
Hmm.
So she was just doing some tests. But then later on, they realized that she has the original, the patient zero's DNA, so she can create a
Ah,
immune system out of it. So
right.
basically, what they're trying to do is, so they try to go create the vaccine, but it's really hard because the they come across a lot of, because you are the only ship, you might have the vaccine. So all the other countries try to take over your ship, and you go back to
Oh,
your country
wow.
to fuel up, and you need to stop at different places to fuel up and refuel and restock, and you face people who
Right,
are looking for
right, right.
help. And
Okay.
it's like total realistic situation if like COVID becomes like 10 times harder. Like if you
Ah,
actually
okay.
die and if it spreads, you will
Yeah.
realize how hard it would be from that, because you need to wear all this suit and everything, and you need to go,
Hmm.
and people are dead in the pharmacies and you need to go in and get it and come out. But then over there are people who are already taken over. So the system collapses, so there's no government anymore. So some
Oh, wow.
people
That's
go to different
crazy.
different communities, and the people with guns take over those communities and try to take their money and food and
Just
everything.
just like you see on video games.
Yeah, so this is something which would actually be so realistic. It would actually hit you like what happens if this COVID was like
Magnified,
went on a
right?
really
The if
it went on
yeah.
a next level, like where there's no vaccine, and if it
Hmm.
had been like really strong, and if it had spread around the world. So if it was really really strong, you wouldn't dare to go to like Coles or Woolies. You would just be home, and no one would work at Coles or Woolies. They would shut it down too, because if you
Hmm.
actually get it and your eyes pops out and you bleed and you die,
Oh,
you would
fuck.
be like really really scared,
Bro,
and
that
you
that looks
wouldn't.
like one of those zombie movies where people
Yeah, so
actually die
it's a
and then
really action packed movie,
it's
and
survival.
I love action, and the way they shoot the action and the way they shoot it is really good. And
Hmm.
and the cast is really good. The captain of the ship, he's he's epic, and he's like one
Okay.
of those the what do you say, Harvey Specter kind of guys,
Oh,
and
okay. So
he's
no
like
nonsense guys, right?
no nonsense. Like he's commanding, and he takes care of the shape, and he does it really well. And how he
Okay.
handles people, how he handles terrorists, how he handles like enemies from Russia, China, and all of that. How they
Okay.
take over, it's next level. So there's a
Do
lot of
you
twists and turns. Yeah.
know which platform it's on?
So it's on Stan, and I think the first season was on YouTube, but I don't know whether it's there now. But
Okay.
the full season is on Stan at the moment.
So it's
Yeah.
still on or it's just over now?
It's over now. It's finished. They have 5 seasons.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So I might
So
give it a
that's
shot then. I might look it up online.
yeah.
And then
You should
I should
definitely
watch.
check. You only have to watch first 2 episodes, and you're already
No,
hooked.
I watched it. I
Yeah.
watched the first season,
Yeah.
and then I think
Uh
I kind of like fell off the. I think you're referring to the same Last Ship TV series I watched. When you explain the story, kind of
yeah.
like came back to me.
Mm,
But yeah, I'll try and continue. But I want you to watch Dark. I want you to give it a shot.
dark, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dark is
I'll
on
check it out as
Netflix.
well.
Give it
Yeah.
a shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously in German language, but you can switch the audio language to English, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it wouldn't feel weird because sometimes if the voice is not synced with the voice
Mm-hmm.
that audio that comes out, it feels a bit weird. Like when we
Yeah.
watched Squid Game, it was in
Mm.
Korean language, but you know um,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's still okay. It's not that weird. But
Yeah.
yes, you let me know how Dark went. I'll let you
Mm-hmm.
know how Last Ship is.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
All right. Uh.
All right. So
So
that
yeah.
that brings us to the end of this episode.
Yeah. So I hope you guys learned something from this, and please do go check out the any TV series that we say, and probably we will link the trailers to each TV series in the description, maybe.
Maybe.
And
And you could
uh,
also comment with your own
oh
top
yeah,
five
yeah,
TV series
yeah. So let
below.
us know your top 5 TV series that you would suggest to someone. So we would give it a go as well. And
Yeah.
thanks for watching. So this is your Fabian and Mala
See you on the
signing
next
off.
one.
See you on the next one. Yes.